Hello, everybody. How are you? This is John with iiRcade Live number 33. 33. Time flies. um, yeah, it does seem like yesterday since I started the broadcast. And wow, I got to do some calculations to see how long it was. But again, my sincere apologies for today. I know I wanted to make 3 o'clock. What happened was that I was actually ready to go at what time was it? At 1 o'clock. I was actually ready to go at 1 o'clock, and all of a sudden, this thing just came onto me. Right? I said, um, I want to do something little bit cooler today. So I said, I still have two more hours left, and I'm gonna try to see if I can redo my entire device so that I can show you this one thing. And it just came over me, right? I don't know what I was thinking. Just came over me. So, and I had a couple hours, and this doesn't happen often, but I didn't have any meetings during those 2 hours. So, I'm like, okay, let's do it. So, I opened up. I pulled the entire device apart. I pulled the entire thing apart, and I put everything back together again with our new board. Finally, with our new board. So the device that you're about to see today has our new board that I received like a month ago. um, so and turns out that right, putting everything together. This won't happen to you, but for me, I do have to put everything together all by myself and everything. So it does take some time, and this was my first time doing it with this new board. So it took a little while. I got together, and then you know here I am. So that's what happened. So my sincere apologies for starting a little late, um, but um, but we'll have fun today. So my sincere apologies for that. Um, yeah, thank you so much for waiting for me. Appreciate it, everybody. Thank you. Again, we'll have some fun today. How are you, everybody? Thank you so much again for joining. All my friends are here. John, how's it going, my friend? Kev, great. How are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Hey, Retro Collect, how are you? Thanks for joining, my friend. Hey, Mark, my sincere apologies for that. Yeah, I'll try not to be late next time. Thank you so much for that. Hey, Hassan, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. John, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Hey, Sam, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Louis, how are you? Thanks for joining. Jim, happy Friday, my friend. Finally, right? Finally. Um, Funny thing, 2 days ago, I was having a meeting with one of my team members, and afterwards I said, great. Thank you so much. That was an awesome meeting. Have a nice weekend. And that was on Wednesday. And he's like, John, it's only Wednesday. I'm like, oh, seriously? Because the time flies so quickly, right? I really thought, and I was having this conversation with him at around 6 or 7 p.m. So I really thought, I don't know what came over me. I really thought it was Friday. I must be going out of my mind. But now it's really Friday. It is, right? Friday? Thank you so much for that. So glad to hear. TGIF, TGIF. Ed, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Alfred, how are you? Thanks for joining. Derek, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Paul, how's it going? Hey, great to see you. Oh, thank you. I got a haircut. Finally. How long has it been since I last got a haircut? About like 2 months, 3 months. My Truly did it for me again. She's getting. I think she's doing a great job, and I think she's doing it faster. So I was so lucky. I got this done this morning, and now I used to feel like there's like a really big wig on my head, and I feel about 100 pounds lighter. So I am so happy. No more wig on my head. So um, thank you so much. I am so glad that I get my haircut. Um, Gene, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Hey, Dan, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Marco, how are you? Thanks for joining. Happy Friday. Hey, Ed, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Retro Collect. I prefer this time, John. 3:30. Yeah. I will try my best. um, yeah. We'll we'll set a good time. Sorry about that. Mark, thank you so much, my friend. Nice haircut. Of course, you always look awesome. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it, my friend. The truth is, though, you look awesomer. You look awesomer. I've seen your picture. So, me, I need a haircut to look like a human. I'm hoping that I look like a human right now. So that's great. Thanks for that. Hey, Shandao, how's it going? Thanks for joining. I really appreciate your understanding about the delay. Really appreciate it. Thanks for that. Hey, Bill, how are you, my friend? Let's see volleyball. You like volleyball, huh? Oh, fantastic, fantastic. I'll get into my list. Thank you so much for letting me know. Ralph, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Retro Collect Breakthrough. Oh my God! I think I've been hearing the word breakthrough for about past month. I will make your dream come true. Dream come true. So no worries, my friend. No worries. Hey, Mark, your family's here, and we love you. Thank you so much, my friend. I love you guys as well. You guys are dearest in here. So thank you so much for that. And thanks to you guys. My friends are always happy. So thank you so much. Sia, how are you, my friend? Hank, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining, guys. Brad, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Jeff, hello, iiRcadians. Woo! I love that word. Since long time ago, when I first heard the word Googler for people who work at Google, I'm like, man, when I start my own company, I'm gonna make sure that we have a word that represents our company. iiRcadians, here we are. I love it. Let's make it. Now it's a formal word, effective immediately, and I am gonna call. What is the dictionary company? I'm losing my mind these days. Uh, Man, I haven't looked at a dictionary in a long time, right? I'll try to see if I can get the word in there. So thank you so much for that. That's great. Hey, Hank, how are you, my friend? Hey, Paul, how's it going? Thanks for joining. We need sports games. I hear you, my friend. I hear you. And we are working on it. So stay tuned. Gunther, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Arcade Will. Wow, I love your name. Wow, you have one of my favorite words as your name. Unless it's a nickname, but it's a great nickname anyway. But thank you so much for sharing. Thanks for joining too. Appreciate it. Bobby, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Brad, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Seth, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Welcome, welcome. He says, finally made it to the live stream. Woohoo! So glad to have you. Thanks for joining. Gary, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Um, see. Wow, I think Bill really loves volleyball. uh, Second time I saw that word today. Wow. And then, by the way, this is going pretty far. Um, I'll do some more shout outs later on because I want to get started. And everybody, welcome to live show number 33. I'm so glad that you're here, and we're going to have some fun today. So, with that, let's have some fun today. Couple of things. Number one, right now, Kickstarter status. We're at 590.7K. Little bit more to go on our 600K stretch goal. So we'll make that happen. Next week, we'll sort of go all in. All in. And we'll try very hard to make our 700K goal. That's our ultimate goal at the moment. So that we can make our 700K stretch goal happen. So we'll work on that. We have 1318 backers, 1,318 backers. Wow, I am so thankful. I am so grateful to everybody. So thank you so much again. This was made happen. This was made happen because of you. So thank you so much again, guys. I really appreciate it. Let's make this dream happen together. Woo. Let's see. I did want to share this again. If you can give me 1 second. The referral program thing again. And I I will just do this up for just a little bit more, just because it's last week. But for those of you who's joining for the first time, we have started our new referral program, where if you're able to refer and the person gets a unit, you'll get 10% of the sales in cash. um, so that we can make this happen together, and it gives you a little bit of incentive to make that happen. To sign up, you go to iiRcade.rocks, again, iiRcade.rocks, and you'll be able to sign up from there. One favor to ask you guys. So I think during our Kickstarter, we've made a lot of things happen, but I think that we still want to make one more thing that we haven't been able to make happen. And I think this will be awesome, because with our iiRcade 2.0 stage, the second stage, after when we announced our Sega announcement, I really wanted to make this happen, and that is get a media article on a big from a big media. If you know anybody, if you can help us to make an introduction, that would be extremely helpful. So we'll talk to them, and we want to get a media article out. I think, especially if it's possible to do before our Kickstarter ends, that would be extremely significant and really meaningful. And any help would be appreciated. If you know anybody to help make a connection, that would be really appreciated. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. I think I just saw somebody saying, can you say my name? So my sincere apologies. I usually do all the shout outs, but today I have so many things to show you. So I wanted to get there. But there we go. Diamond, my friend, welcome to our iiRcade Live. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. So great to have you here. It's really so great to have you here. So thank you so much for joining. I love your name too, by the way. Diamond Price. Diamonds are expensive. One of my professors was describing, those, what is it? The program flows, where you start with here's a circle. You go start, and then you have a line, and then you have a square that says process this, and then you have a diamond that says if you do this, then if it's yes, go this way. If it's no, that way. He was talking about this, and all of a sudden he goes, "Diamond is forever," and everybody cracked up. So when diamonds are very special, and whenever I see the word diamond, it just comes to my mind. It's something that is stuck in my head. But I love your name. So thank you so much for that, and welcome. All right. With that, there are a couple of things that I want to show you. And of course, we'll be playing some games together too, right? We're gonna have some fun today. Woo! Thank you. Flowchart. I don't know why. I must be getting. I don't know if I'm getting older or not, but these days, like, I tend to forget a lot of things. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I need some sleep. After Kickstarter stuff, maybe I'll get some sleep. Christina says, diamonds are a girl's best friend. Totally agree with you. And I think a lot of guys also like diamonds as well. So especially some of the celebrities that I talked to, they were asking, first of all, these guys are real big gamers, right? And they go, hey, John, can you make a version of your product with diamonds on it? I'm like, let me think about that. That'll require a lot of work and money. So I said, let me think about it. I'll get back to you. And I sort of stayed there. But I think, a lot of people like diamonds. All right. First thing that I wanted to show you is something that was requested last week. Maybe Michael. I think Michael, maybe it was you. But what I want to show you today is our safety mechanism. I think a lot of people are asking for it. So today it was a good day for me to show. So with that, let me go walk over to my device. Actually, I have a very busy setup today. So if it looks extremely messy, I ask for my forgiveness. And let me get there. I'll show it to you. If you can give me 1 second. Oops. Okay. Sorry about that. Let me turn my camera over. If you can let me know if I still have audio or if you can see the video, please let me know. Okay. Again, sorry for that. The setup is a little busy today. And my 1 second, please. Sorry for that. If you can see the video, here's my, what is it? The oldest unit. This was the first model ever released, but for the purposes that I wanted to show you, it was gonna work. So I just decided to open up this guy and show you. So first of all, if you look at our regular device, right, it's sitting like this. This is the older version. And our device is bottom heavy. So it's much heavier here and heavier there than it is heavier up there. Therefore, when you sit it down, it's not going to move. At the same time, if you lift it up, it's pretty easy to lift, pretty light. And then if you see the holes, right? And if you see the feet, I don't know if it's visible. It goes in like perfectly. So it fits like that. So it's secured in very, very well. So I don't know if I shake. I don't know if you want to push it down, it'll fall down. But you have to push pretty hard. But it's very secure. So it's going to be pretty safe like that. On top of that, the screws that I was talking about last week looks like this. It's a thumb screw. So how this works is that in the back, you open up the back and something like this, right? You screw this up like that, screw it off. And then right, if it's screwed on, there are 4 places where you screw it on. I know it's a little very difficult to see, but there are 4 places, one here, one there, another one here, and another one in the back. So if you screw 4 in the back, it doesn't come off, right? So it's secured on very strongly. And then again, if you want to move it, you can take it out, and then you can travel with it. So there it is. With that, let me just go back to my computer real quickly. Okay. Can you hear me? So I want to show that safety mechanism because many people wanted to see last week and actually before as well. So I want to show you that. It's very safe to use. Let's see. And just looking to see if there are any questions on it. Okay, I think, let's see. Real quickly before I get into the next topic. Prince. So iiRcade doesn't need a wall anchor. Thanks for your question. It does not. if we determine that it does, I mean, it's very easy to put one in, but it's, what's the best way to put it? Number one, iiRcade has adjustable feet at the bottom, right? So for example, if the device wobbles, then you can adjust the feet. Or if you put it against the wall, because the device is anchored with the balancing of the feet, unless there's like a, I don't know, earthquake. If there's an earthquake, I don't know. But and maybe that's maybe right. We may want to nail something on there because of earthquake or not. We'll see. But the device is not going to move. No, device is not going to move. As you saw before, I mean, unless you push it hard, unintentionally, like really hard, it's not going to fall. And if you have the thumb screws in there, then it's not going to come off. And even if without the thumb screws, if you're lazy like me, I don't put my thumb screws on. I just put it on if I need to play. If I take it out, so that I can easily take it out. If I want to put it somewhere, so I don't put them on. But if you put them on, it's not going to come off. So it's very rock solid. Let's see. Gunther, what is the weight of the bar tab? Great question. Let me try and remember. I think it's 35 pounds, I think. 35 pounds, somewhere there. Bottom is a little heavier. So it has a good balance because the device is especially bottom heavy. So if you put it on, because it's bottom heavy, and it's engineered that way, so that it won't come off. And again, on top of that, if you screw the thumb screws on, it's not going to come off. So just wanted to show you. We had some good number of requests last time. So that was the safety. Tyler had a quick question. Total weight, because you probably don't want to move it while it's attached. Just to have it's. I mean, it's not worth carrying as a one device, right? Because iiRcade is designed so that it is splittable. So when you're transporting, it's just better to transport the top separately and bottom separately. If you do that, then I always do that by myself all the time. And top is about 35 pounds. Bottom is a little bit over 35. I think like 37 or something like that. So it's not bad. It's not bad. I carry it up and down my stairs all the time, especially to my basement dungeon. And you know, I'm not a macho guy. I'm just a regular guy, but being able to make this happen. So it's not bad. It's not bad. Again, you're able to transport this by yourself. So that is good. Again, if you have any questions regarding this or anything else, please let me know. And I do see several more questions, which I'll get to after I show you my next part. Next part is about, of course, gaming. We're going to play some games together. I have 3 games to show you today, and these are some awesome games. So with that, shall we get to playing some games? Let me move over again to my device, and I'll see you in a bit. Oops. There we go. Again, if I have any audio issues, please let me know. All right. Here I am. Oops, I sort of gave that away. But I want to show you 3 games. And I'm wondering if Retro Collect is very happy to see the screen right now. 3 games that I want to show you. But before I do that, let me quickly go over for those who are joining for the first time. First of all, thank you so much for joining. Let me go over real quickly on how iiRcade works, or how it's laid out. So first of all, above this camera screen, I have the 100 watts or 1.21 gigawatts, as it's nicknamed, watts of power, strong power. Oops, just trying to get rid of the volume. Strong power speakers right above it. And then right below that, we have the 19 inches of beautiful display, as you can see. Actually, if you look at the screen, it looks brighter. And it is brighter because we have made some more optimizations on the new board. And as a result, the screen is much brighter and it's crisper, which I was very happy to see today. So that's one thing that I want to show you. Second, right below that, we have our normal premium controls. We have the power button, where pressing it turns the device on and off. I'm sorry, puts the device to sleep and wakes up. And then we have our player 1, player 2 starts and point button. And then we also have the volume button, as you can see here. I'll lower this down a little bit because it does get really loud. Next to that, we have the menu pause button, where when you're playing the game, press it lightly, it'll pause the game. If you press it again, it'll unpause. If you press the button for 2 seconds, then it'll come out to the menu that you see here. And then right next to that, we have 3.5mm headset jack. And again, because we support Bluetooth headphones, it'll also support your favorite Bluetooth headset as well, wireless. Real quickly on the menu, on the left, it'll show you all your recently played games from the latest one down. And then next to that, it'll show you all the games. Right now, I did replace the board, so I don't have too many games in here, obviously. And then after that, everything is laid out based on genre of the game. And then after that, you see settings. And then you can adjust the device accordingly. For example, brightness, it'll go down, really dark, to make it bright, etc., etc. And it did get much brighter and crisper, again, which I was very happy about. And today, I didn't have time to connect my Wi-Fi, but it's okay. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, we'll get to our first game. Our first game, I want to make somebody special very, very happy, and that is Mr. Retro Collect. You've been asking for this game, to show this game for a while. So this one is for you, my friend. The game is called Breakthrough. Breakthrough is a 1986 game. Initially, when I saw that, I thought it was more of a driving shooting game, very similar to how Spy Hunter was, but on the sideways, turned sideways. But after playing it, I found that it was so much more, and I was like, no wonder why Retro Collect really likes this game, because it was great. So very retro graphics, 1986. But for 1986 game especially, I was like, oh my God, look at this graphics, right? Back in 1986, it was a little bit after for some of the games in 1982 and 83. I mean, compare this against, for example, Galaga. Galaga is a fantastic game, but if you look at it from only graphical perspective, the color palettes, right? The graphics, the sharpness, the details, right? It's only a few years difference, and it's great how big the few years makes. And of course, I died. Retro Collect, I hope you're better than me in this. If I move forward, it goes really quickly. And I think you have to press on hold like that to jump. And it's a great action game. Including Retro Collect, many people have been asking for games that are similar to like Ikari Warriors. I saw that. And this is a car version of that. It's actually a really good car version of that. Yeah, sorry, I'm paying attention to the game right now. I'm about to like really get into it. So you can get more weapons like this, and it does really feel like. Let me get into the next stage. It does really. Oh, oops! It does really feel like Ikari Warriors with cars, driving or playing sideways. So I think this is my last guide. Let me just play through this. But I want to show that. Where is it? See, it's got a lot of different kind of enemies, enemy tanks, and lots of, what do you call those? If you step on it, blows up. I'm losing words today. Look at those tanks. There we go. Yes, solve the level. Break into the enemy lines in the bridge area. Stay alert. And I'm getting to the second stage, where second stage have now I'm on bridges, has different theme and so forth. So this was breakthrough. Oh, perfect time to die. Let me know if you have any questions, but that was breakthrough. Let me get into our next game. Next game is also another retro game, and this one, depending on the next one is a cult classic. It's a cult classic that many people know, but many people may not know. But if they know, they're like really crazy about, is what I'm finding. The game is from 1985, and the game is called Tiger Heli. Tiger Heli, I've seen this in many different game magazines as well, where people were describing how this game Tiger Heli was great, and they would love to see this come back. And obviously, it's not there. So there were many articles, even articles like that, who were looking for and asking for Tiger Heli. And Tiger Heli is coming to iiRcade. So I wanted to show you how the game plays and how it looks like. Like the name says, it's about helicopter. I think the helicopter is called Tiger Heli, but I mean, 1985, look at those graphics, right? Oops, I didn't mean to die there. But this is a 12-plane game, which means the quality is really built in. Top-Plan and Psycho are two of the best companies that creates the best shooting games like this. And especially if you consider that this is a 1985 game, I was like, whoa, no wonder, right? No wonder people are asking for this game. The level designs are very well done. The game is hard. Let me do some special moves. There we go. Oh. What do you think? Initially, when I first saw this, I was introduced to this game through that magazine, right? I think the magazine was the UK magazine that I was subscribing to, Retro Gamer. And before I met Old School Gaming magazine, that's where I first saw it at Barnes and Noble. I went there, drink a coffee, and went to see some books and magazines. And I saw that magazine. I saw this game. I'm like, wow. I didn't know that there was such a cult game that everybody likes and everybody wants. And when I saw this game, when we were talking to our partner, we said we have to bring this over. So we did, and this is Tiger Heli. And let me know if you have any questions. Now, as we said, here comes Sega Game of the Day. And as always, with Sega Game of the Day, I have to play a video for you, right? So let me do that. Sega! What did you think? Did you like it? That game gives me a lot of childhood nostalgia, especially right. When we were young, there are certain games that like a lot of people, most everybody have played. And I think this is one of those games. When I was young, the ninjas and samurais and all these what is it sort of Japanese cult, I think it was, where there were a lot of followings. This was in the 80s, about mid 80s, and I think this maybe because of that, the game Shinobi and the follow-up, which is the Shadow Dancer, were very very popular, and especially with a lot of people having the Sega Master Systems, and after that the Sega Genesis. I think the game has become even more popular. And here, as we said, we brought over Shadow Dancer. And there's one of the big reasons why. I love the dog. Or um, do dogs bark like that? I'm sorry, do wolves bark like that? I thought that was a dog's bark. Um, but that white animal is either a dog or a wolf. But when I think about Shinobi, I actually think about the dog. um, but let me get into playing the game. Let's play some game together with you. Um, the game's really hard. I personally think it's brutally hard. The reason is because we're used to those games where you don't die even after getting a shot. So you have to be shot like multiple times before dying. But this game, one shot, you're dead. How brutal is that, right? See? One stab, I'm dead. It's really pretty realistic. um, but this game, the other reason why I like this game is that it has that element. See, the dog does a lot of work for you, and the dog becomes really small if he is attacked. But I think that changes a lot of elements. So sort of in contrast to how Sega made this game very difficult, to help out, we have the dog, who sort of helps to. Oh, I knew I was gonna die there. Helps to sort of make up for that. I think. I love those nunchucks, right? Um, oh, jump up. Yeah, when I was young, like just like every other kid out there, I also took martial arts. Oh, and the nunchucks are one of the cool weapons that, just like every other kid, I wanted to learn how to use, and never got to. Never got there. Wow, this is a hard game. Sorry, I'm pretty bad in. If you guys don't mind, let me just try just one more time, just one character, and I'll try to get further and show you what's after this. But the game's, I think, brutally hard, but very enjoyable game. Especially when I try to talk and play at the same time. Usually when I'm playing game, I'm like dead silent, right? Because I'm focusing on the game. I'm trying to move forward. And what happens is my son. He tries to get me to talk, and when we're playing together, he's really good while on playing games while he's talking, and he's like talking and he's trying to get me to listen to his talks, so that I don't focus on the game and he beats me. um, anyway, this was Shadow Dancer. Let me just Shoot a little bit more. I died. Shadow Dancer, let me know if you have any questions. Let me go back to my PC and let's have a great conversation together. Okay, my friends, what did you think? Today's 3 games, I wanted to focus more on action. And the 3 games that I showed you today are very, very, very hard. Even with practice, it's hard. So I wasn't able to go further. But I will practice. I'll practice. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing those games, especially Shadow Dancer. Oh my God! Used to play there all the time when I was a kid. I get much further then. You know those stages where you're throwing the nunchucks like this, and you kill all those ninjas. Those are, I think, more bonus stages, right? Bonus stages. But used to get to there and kill all those ninjas this way. And at the time, I think that was sort of revolutionary, because it sort of shows you a sort of pseudo first-person view, and that interested me a lot. And yeah, and that was really cool. So this game sort of brings me back. And I'm so glad that we're able to get this game on iiRcade. So happy. So happy. All right. Let me go back and try to find some questions. And let me answer some questions for you. I hope you like the games, by the way. Now, when I'm going through this, I expect Retro Collect to say, yay! Hooray! Let's see. Hey, P-Dubs! Welcome, my friend. Welcome. So nice to see you here. Thanks for joining. Christopher, how are you, my friend? Thank you so much for joining. So just to let you know, my tool sort of like scrolled up and it sort of lost the first parts of the conversation. So I am right now at when I think P-Dubs just joined. So that's really awesome. We're talking about thumb screws. So it's about 20 minutes ago, I think. 20 minutes ago. So that's really cool. I don't think I missed too much. Dave. Drunken College Storm arcade should likely still. In that case, I'll provide a wall anchor. I totally agree with you. I remember my college days when we were drinking like crazy. I actually haven't started drinking until I went to when I went to college. So I've never had any kind of or any even one sip of drink whatsoever. And as soon as I get into college, I met this guy, and there's like a Korean community. I went to Purdue. I'm a boiler maker, and they have this tradition, right? "Quote unquote" freshman initiation, right? And it's brutal, extremely brutal. So my very first drinking experience in my life was at this freshman initiation party when they had like kegs after kegs of beer lined up, right? And I'm talking about like kegs, like huge, humongous, like barrel like kegs. And I see that in the middle of it was in somebody's house, and in the middle of the living room there were 2 kegs like this with a what do you call it, the hose, and then you're supposed to put it in your mouth and hold on to it, and they open it up, right? And you're competing against one of the seniors, right? And whoever loses needs to continue, right? Until you beat somebody. And this was my very first time drinking anything alcohol. So I'm sort of forced to do it. I put the hose in my mouth. They open it up. I lose. Next guy comes, I lose. Next guy comes, I lose. And I was like, that was my first drinking experience. And then, of course, afterwards, of course, right, after a lot of experiences, this is college we're talking about. If you guys tried, having a beer can and you take a key, put a little hole in the very bottom of the beer can, put in your mouth, and then you open. All of a sudden, the air pushes the beer down at you. It just comes and just right. And what you have to do, and I still haven't been able to learn this to today, is you're supposed to open up your throat so that it just pours in, right? And at the time, I didn't know how to do it, so I sort of cheated. Using my tongue, I sort of blocked the hole until I was able to swallow everything, open up, and of course, I always lose. But that was my first beer drinking experience. Um, and now I like it, especially craft beers. I at the time I thought beers tasted like sort of like a urine, right? So I didn't like it. But after trying some really good craft beers, I really fell in love with it. So these days I try to drink from time to time. I haven't been able to for a while, but if anybody here is up for it, let me know. Always up for beer. Okay, going back to next questions. Drank, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Isn't this feature cool to show instead of reading the entire question to show? I think it's more professional. I'm becoming a more professional. I don't know, talk show host. Oh my god, who would have thought? Anyway, is it too late to add memory to our orders? Thanks so much for your question. It's not. You can still do it. If you can. So there, I posted the process in one of our updates. I think it was like number 3 or something. So you can go ahead and do that. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to send me a PM on Facebook or Kickstarter, and we'll get that answer for you ASAP. So thank you so much for that. Let's see. Going down the list, I think this was when we were talking about our safety feature. Again, safety is extremely important for us. So we made sure that it's safe. Let's see. Oh, thank you so much, Jeff. Appreciate it. I gotta show you this comment. That looks good, John. Great, John. Brilliant design. Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Our engineers have done a fantastic job here, I think. And with everybody using to play with and testing our devices right now, I mean, there was zero incidents. Zero incidents. Of course, it's bottom heavy, so it's not gonna fall. And people, because right, especially for example, I have several team members who have children. I mean, really young children, right? So what they do is when they're playing with their kids, they take it out, put it on the ground, and play Sparta. And when they're playing by themselves or with his wife, they put it up in the floor and they play. And to make that do this easier, he said he doesn't anchor because he feels very safe without it. And so it does feel safe. I don't anchor myself as well because I'm lazy. And it does feel very safe because again it's very bottom heavy. But if you like, it'll also come with the thumb screws so that you can put it on and it's invincible. I don't know if that was the right word to use, but just came to my mind for some reason. It's very safe. So just to let you know. Let me see. Going down the list. Jerson, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining, and thank you for your question. When is the target fulfillment date? That's a great question. Currently, we are on schedule, and I have my what is it? Chief team. I think I'm meeting later on today, so I'll get more information. But we're targeted to go into the lab finally, FCC lab. I think next week. I gotta talk. We'll get some more updates today, but I think we got the lab days and we're supposed to go in early next week. So I'm very excited about that. Fulfillment day perspective, we're currently targeted end of October for us to receive our shipments in our warehouse in LA. And as soon as we get it, obviously, the devices will go out from our warehouse. So we're trying to make this happen as soon as we can. If there's any changes, we'll let you know. But so far, so good. So that's the good news. Let me see. Christina, thank you so much for joining. So great to see you. Jong, when will our orders be charged? Are we still on for October release? Second question, yes. First question, that's up to Kickstarter, actually. It's not us who's doing the charging, it's Kickstarter. So what they do is after the campaign is over, I think it takes about 7 to 10 days after that, they subtract their share and everyone else's share, and then we get our share about 10 days later. So I'm assuming there's some time in between that time frame. And it's not us who's doing it, it's Kickstarter, so I can't really be 100% sure on what it may be, but just to let you know, it should be somewhere around that time frame. It'll be again definitely after the campaign, so you can expect that to happen during that time. One thing is that because we're still working on shipping, and I sort of gave you the updates on where we are last time. We're going to be working on it until right before we ship. So the shipping charges will not go out of Kickstarter. And once we have our final pricing, then we'll let you know and make the charges at that time using what's called BackerKit. So we've partnered with BackerKit, who's going to be helping us for a quote-unquote better and premium experience to make the fulfillment go easy. And so every one of our backers will be able to get an account there and manage all your iiRcade related things right from there. So I think that's good. And again, we'll be keeping you updated on the shipping, and it'll be BackerKit where the shipping charges will be going through. So just to let you know. But great question. Thank you so much for that. Moving on to next questions. Let's see. Eric, thank you so much for joining, my friend. I think this is also a very similar question as well. This is one of the big reasons why we are using BackerKit. So that if you move, if you change your credit card, or if you want to write anything related to this, you can go through BackerKit to make changes. So it's very flexible, and we'll go over this probably next Friday or so. We'll give you. I actually have to talk to them, and we'll get this set up. And once our Kickstarter campaign is done, then you'll be able to make accounts and manage everything through there. So we'll give you more information next Friday. But again, if you move and everything, you'll be taken care of. So no worries. Will. Chong is good at playing every game. Thank you so much, my friend. Actually, I think I've been doing a horrible job. So one thing that I've learned is how to play one hand, right? That's very interesting. So I hold the joystick using my 2 fingers at the end, and then use my thumb to control, right? It's a little hard, but especially when you are, if you have something else on your hand, it sort of works. It sort of works. It's a little hard to control, but it sort of works. Right, I may be able to do better than some other people, but especially when talking and playing, I think I'm horrible, worse than most people out there. And even playing normally, and sober. You guys are probably a lot better than me. But I'll practice. I do know that I have a is it I'm losing words today. Oh my god. Head start. Thank you. Head start. So that's the advantage that I have. So I'll practice, and next time we meet, we'll play. Great. Thank you so much for the great question. Mark, Victor just got over 20,000 goal. Oh, perfect. Victor, if you're on, congratulations. I had a quick conversation with Victor this morning, and today's his last day on Kickstarter campaign. So I think he's quote unquote relieved. He's had a successful campaign, so that's a great thing. I'm very happy for him, and also very happy that we're going to be able to make we're going to be making his game amazing on iiRcade. So I'm really looking forward to it. And Victor is also very much looking forward to it as well. So I'm very happy. Victor, if you're listening, you really deserve a really good rest. I know you've been working very hard. So this weekend's your weekend. Next weekend's my weekend. Next weekend, I'm just gonna and not move for the entire week, the entire weekend. Oh, here it is. Retro Collect. I finally see the yes. So glad that you liked it. I hope you liked it. I see a lot of people who supported Victor's game, so thank you so much for that. I think we have an amazing family. So glad. So thank you so much again, everybody. Let's see. Brad, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Question with the dollar signs. How is the optimization of Dragon Slayer coming along? Will Space Ace will be available at launch to purchase? Great questions. Thank you so much for that. Right now, we're focusing on Dragon Slayer. So quite honestly, I was hoping to make it go quicker, but the things that we're looking into, what's the best way to put it? It requires approvals from the original license holder. So those kind of things are taking some time. But we have a good idea of what we want to do with it. And fingers crossed, and we're waiting for, fingers crossed that we get an answer quickly. But right now, we're waiting for their approvals to see if we can move forward. So we'll keep you updated. As soon as we have the go-ahead, we're going to go ahead and make it happen. And right now, we're focusing on Dragon Slayer. Our goal is to have Dragon Slayer 2, Space Ace be ready at launch. But right now with Dragon Slayer especially as the highest priority, because it is a preloaded game. So we're going to be focusing heavily there. We'll keep you updated. So thank you so much for the great question. Let's see. Going down the list, looking at questions. Let's see. Sorry, there are a lot of comments, so I'm sort of going through quickly. My sincere apologies if I missed any. I'll try to get to them after we're done, as soon as I can. So thank you so much for that. Going down the list. Wow, lots of comments. Let's see. Eric, I saw a question from you. For iiRcade, the App Store is already available. What is it? So App Store, it's currently in development. What's the best way to put it? So how we did it is that we designed it and we implemented it, and then we got the basic functionalities in. Now we are in the next phase of now that we have all the basic functionalities working. Now we're going back and making it prettier, and we're working on that right now. And as we are making it prettier, we're also adding some more functionalities into it. So by the time we launch, we have a great-looking application for you. And our target is to get that available along with our launch. So when you get your device, it'll be there. That's our current plan. So we'll keep you updated. Thank you for the great question. Going down the list. Noah, thank you so much for joining, my friend. Is there a complete game list available somewhere? Yes, it's in our homepage. If you go to our homepage, iiRcade.com, and there's a link to the games. If you click there, it should have all the information there. Some of the later games that we've gotten, I don't think it's up there yet, but we'll get to updating them as quickly as we can. And thank you so much for that. Again, if you check out there, and if you have any more questions, please don't hesitate to send me a PM on Facebook or Kickstarter, and we'll get that answer for you. Let's see. Game Librarian, thanks for joining, and great question. It's the monitor for 4x3. So depends on who you talk to. One of the reasons why we selected this is, by the way, our monitor, if you are looking for if we do a actual calculation, is 5x4. It's 5x4, but right now that is the closest one to the 4x3 resolution. But more so than that, the reason why we selected this configuration is because we needed to be able to support both horizontal as well as vertical. And this resolution, 5x4 was much better than 4x3. If we need to play both horizontal and vertical, that minimizes the borders if it needs to be. So this resolution was the best one for our use, and then we selected it. But if you talk to others, I mean, there are a lot of people who says our resolution is 4x3. Many people believe what we have is 4x3. If you do the actual calculation, I think that's because the experience is there. But if you actually do the calculation, it's 5x4. Hope that answered your question. But again, when you see it, you won't see much difference. So that's a good part. So thank you so much for that. Let's see. Brad, let me get to your question. Question with lots of dollar sign. I'm Mr. Screw Money, my friend. Can we get more Laserdisc game ports? Cliffhanger, Ninja Hayate, etc. Great question. We'll look into it. We've gotten more requests here. I put them into our to-do list. I think it'll all depend on. I think it's more. It's probably going to be more about when. Right, if we have games with higher priorities, then we'll definitely be going after them first, obviously, because many people are looking for it. But we'll get to them. And we'll keep you updated. So thank you so much for the great question. Let's see. By the way, these must be really good games. I mean, a lot of people are talking about these games, especially Super Don Quixote. I've seen the video for that, and it looks very cartoony. I think it's from like Universal, some movie company, either that or Columbia. It sounded like, and it definitely had their aesthetics of those cartoons. So looked a lot of fun. We'll definitely look into it. So thank you for that. Going down the list. By the way, I see our family members helping each other, which I found this amazing. So one of the big reasons why I say our family is really the best in the world, and I that's because I really believe so. So you guys are amazing. The top. So thank you so much for being so amazing and for being you. I really appreciate everything. Love our family. You guys are awesome. Let me get to the next question. Let's see. Jerson, let me get to your question. Will Metal Slug and Contra series will be on iiRcade too? We'll see. We'll see. Anything is possible in the world, my friend. Anything is possible. They are in my to-do list. So we'll get to them. We'll let you know. So thank you so much for that. See, going down the list, looking for questions. Very strange. Usually I get questions with capital letters QUESTION and lots of stars and dollar sign. And today it sounds quiet. um, everybody here are experts in iiRcade. So with a lot of excitement. A lot of great thing is that our expert family is helping other people to answer questions. This is what I'm seeing, and again, I'm really appreciative for that. So thank you so much again, everybody. I think you guys are amazing and awesome. So thank you so much for that. Going down the list, and of course, my tool scrolls up. See, looking for questions. Oh my God, this is hilarious. How did you know beer tasted like urine? You're Oh my God. That's a great question. How do I know that beer tastes like urine when I've never drank urine? Um, Let me think about that one a little bit. Oh my God, you just created the most difficult question that I've ever had. It beat what is your favorite game question. So thank you for that. Now I wonder why myself. How do I know that beer tastes like urine? Anyways, going to questions. Um, let's see. Ralph, thank you so much for joining, my friend. Jong, I love all the new games. So great to hear. Thank you so much. Any idea when we can see a Dragon Slayer demo? It's a great question. So we'll keep you updated on that. I do want to show you when it's ready. And as I said, we are going through approvals for our ideas with the original license holder. So we'll keep you updated. Once it gets approved, we get through development, and we make this happen. And hopefully, we'll have an amazing experience. We'll keep you updated on that. So thank you for that. Let's see. Kenny, hey, welcome, my friend. Thank you so much for joining. Question, John, will you incorporate video bezels for vertical games like Tiger Heli? That's a great question. So we talked about this actually about, I don't know, ages ago, like 20 episodes ago, where we said video bezels are distracting. So for example, if you have graphics left and right, and then you have black screen, and it sort of feels like the screen size really shrunk if you have those video bezels, and which I'm not a huge fan of. Instead, we're trying to make the black color in the borders as closely as possible to the borders that we have on the around the display, so that when you look at it, it really looks like one display, and you have the game in the middle. So it removes the distracting element as much as we can. So that's what we're trying to do, and the experience will be good. You saw that today as well, but I think that will bring a great experience there. So thank you for asking the question. Appreciate it. Going to the next question. Let's see. Sam, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. So, Jong, by the way, I love your gangster dog picture still. I got the link from somebody from last time, so thank you so much for sending me that. I may use your icon. We'll see. But it looks great. It looks fantastic. So, Jong, have you played all 30 of them from that sample shipment yet? Great question. Ever since we put them in the storage, I haven't been able to go back. It's been crazy. So I want to go back. Maybe I'll try going back sometime in the weekend. I do have to open them up and see. I'm very curious to see how the shipment was. And we'll see. The other thing that I'm trying to do is expand in our Chicagoland office. So right now we're working on finding a new office. And once that happens, that I plan to set up an arcade. Awesome arcade with about 10 devices, where normally we'll use the arcade to perform testing, so game playing and testing. And then from time to time, I want to host some parties there, right? So we get some beer, we get some pizza, and we play games together, have some fun. So that kind of room. So I would like to use some of the 30 units for that purposes. And once we set it up, we'll start having some parties. We'll let you know. And of course, you're more than welcome to attend. We'll keep you updated. So thank you for that. But I'm going to try to see if I can look at them over the weekend. We'll keep you updated. So thanks for that. Let's see. Prince, let me get to your question. Will there be a design for the iiRcade packaging box? That's a great question. We're still looking into that right now, actually. So the dilemma is the design is very, very expensive. So we're trying to see if and how we can make this happen without increasing too much cost, especially because boxes, once you arrive, you take it out. I mean, some people keep them, some people throw them out. I sort of am one of those people that throws them out because to save space in my house. So packaging on the outside box may or may not be relevant, but we'll see. We're still looking into it. I think there may be several outside of the box thinking kind of ways where we can do something. So we'll keep you updated. Yeah. So thank you so much for that. Going down, looking for questions. Wow, it's already been 1 hour and 11 minutes. I'll try to get to some more questions. We're getting some great questions today. I love it. Squish Show, welcome to iiRcade Live, my friend. Thanks so much for joining. Question: the preloaded games, are there games that we pick, or are they games that we will be selected? Great question. Quite honestly, I've never seen a console that gave you games that you pick. But anyway, these are pre-selected very carefully. There are several reasons why, right? So number one is, most important thing is about licensing. So all these preloaded games have to be licensed in a completely separate way, especially from those that are put onto our store. So preloading games that you pick is an impossible task. Otherwise, we have to go to our publisher to get licensing rights for every single person who buys our product. So unfortunately, that is an impossible task. Instead, what we did is we try to balance out a portfolio of games in different genres, and that shows off the power of iiRcade and the different experience as well. And we try to sort of make a portfolio that balances it out. And anything else that's not there, those are definitely available on our iiRcade store, so you'll be able to get them at very affordable prices. So I hope that answered your question. If there's anything else you would like me to explain, please don't hesitate to let me know. I'd be more than glad to. So thank you so much for that. Eric, another great question. With fireworks? Is that fireworks? Question: does our machines come with a warranty? Absolutely. What if we show up? What if they show up to us damaged or goes out on us or something like that? Yeah, it's a great question. So we're still trying to decide on the warranty period. This warranty period is it involves not only us but many outside partners as well. So it's taking some time, but we're trying to get the right information available. As soon as it comes available, I'll let you know. But we're definitely going to be at least competitive with the industry. So we'll keep you updated on that. But just to answer your question, if it shows up and it's broken, and we're working on packaging pretty crazily right now to make sure that the packaging is done well so that it doesn't break. But if somehow it does, no worries. Just contact us and we'll get them replaced. We want this to be a premium experience, so we'll take care of you. So no worries. Going on to next questions. Let's see. Rosa, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Let me get to your question. Do you think most early backers should receive the fulfillment globally prior to Christmas? Great question. First of all, it shouldn't be globally. It's more North America or South Korea, because those are the only regions we are supporting at the moment. But the answer is yes. We're definitely by Christmas. We're sort of hoping that we can get done maybe in a couple rounds or so. Couple rounds of shipments from our factory in Korea. So we'll keep you updated on that. We're trying to see if there's a way to sort of increase our capacity so that we can get the shipments to you as quickly as we can. So we'll keep you updated. So thank you so much for that. Let's see. Retro Collect, Cayenne West. We need an iiRcade friend. I agree, my friend. I agree. Him and Kim Kardashian, right? I hope they're gamers. I really hope. And we'll see if he becomes our president or not. But at least if we give him an iiRcade, right, it may be a great thing. So we'll see. We'll see. Great comment. Thank you so much for that. Let me get to next questions. Christina, I completely agree with you. Please make sure that our arcades are well packaged during shipping. That's exactly what we want this to happen. So we're working very hard on it, and we'll keep you updated. But this is one of our biggest goals right now, is to make great packaging and cheaper shipping. That's where a lot of our focus is on right now. So we'll keep you updated. Thank you for the great question. Let's see. Going down the list. Scott, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Let me get to your question. Can you clarify what you're looking at as far as an app store for Apple users? Thank you. That's a great question. So one thing I think it boils down to this. So if, like, for example, Android is easy because we don't have to get onto Google Play to be able to deliver our application. Simply, right, you'll know the link. As soon as you power up the device, you'll know the link. Just go there and download, and it'll install on your device. You're done. I'm not an Apple user, quite honestly. And many of our team members, a lot of us use Android, but a lot of us in our team didn't know the answer to the question on if there's if it's possible to download an application from a link that's not is outside of Apple Store, basically, because we're sort of against going on to Apple Store for obvious reasons. And by the way, they're asking for too much share for doing nothing. So we're against that. I'd rather give them to our game companies. So we're trying to find out some great ways on how to make that happen. And if we're able to download and install our application through outside of Apple Store, then we're definitely doing an application. If this is not possible, then it's always possible to do it via the web on Apple phones. We'll definitely optimize for that as well, if that's the way that we need to go. But we're going to be making it as best experience as we can, and we'll keep you updated on that. But we're going to also try to make our App Store maybe not everything in day one, but especially as time goes, we're going to be trying to expand that over to, like, for example, being able to do it from the computer, right from the device, etc., etc. We're looking into some of that, so we'll keep you updated. But we're gonna make sure the experience is best. That's our number one goal. So we'll keep you updated on that. Thank you for the great question. See, and I think Christina, right after that, I think you asked the same question. So I hope that answered your question. Thank you so much for the great question. Let me go down. Earl, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Let me get to your question. When you purchase iiRcade, how many games comes pre-installed on it? Right now, 11. 11 preload games from different genres and different type of games. So retro arcade games as well as modern games, and different. We try to focus on different experiences. And recently we just passed our stretch goal to include Bomb Squad, which is an amazing online game. So we right now have 11 games being preloaded. Okay. Going to next questions. Michael, how are you, my friend? Thank you so much for joining. Christian Jung, how are you feeling? You may be seeing this right now. I don't normally try to express tiredness, but today, for some reason, it must be a Friday thing. But I'm trying to stay alive, energetic. So thank you so much for that. If I faint, somebody wake me up. But until then, I'm going to try to be as energetic as I can. After all, I gotta play some games after this. So, so I sort of after playing a little bit of Shadow Dancer today, it's sort of getting into my vibe. So especially I couldn't even go about 2 minutes past from a game progress perspective. So I'm gonna try to practice. In order to make that happen, I need energy. So. So I'll try for that. Thank you for that. Appreciate it, Michael. Going down the list, and I think we've gone over 1 hour and 20 minutes. So my sincere apologies for going long, but thank you so much again for staying with me. I really appreciate it. Let me try to get to maybe a handful more questions, and we'll end it for the day. Let's see. Going down the list. Going down the list, looking for questions. I see some fires. Let's see. Oh, we got an awesome question from Mark. Question, Jung, if my fiance kicks me out of the house with the iiRcade because I play too much, do I have a swearing room? Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. In fact, I think I may have the same problem. In which case, we can always use our office. Yeah. I'll get a big enough office. No worries. Thank you so much. I love this question. Thank you for that. Let's see. Jake, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. You mentioned the iiRcade has a 19-inch display. I was wondering if the cabinet outputs at 720p or higher resolution. That's a great question. It's higher. Ours is at 1280 by 1024. So from resolution perspective, it's higher than 720p, which is 1024 by 720, and it's closer actually to 1080p actually, right? 1920 by 1080p. So it's a little bit lower than that, but it's closer to 1080p than 720p. It's much better than 720p. So hope it answers that question. Let's see. Oh, Michael, I think it's 720 on Kickstarter. Thank you so much for that. That's actually false information, and I've been what is it? I've been telling my team that it's not 720p, so it should be fixed now. But thank you so much for noticing that. I appreciate it. See, going down the list. I just saw a question that says it means full HD, right? I would say that's more accurate than 720p. So hope that answers your question. Let's see. Just going down the list, looking for questions. Caesar, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Just logged on, so I don't know if you answered this already. How come I haven't been charged? Great question. I sort of answered this question in the beginning of the session, but I'll do it again. Kickstarter, it's not really us. It's Kickstarter who's charging it, and they do it after once the campaign is over. And campaign is scheduled to finish next Friday at 9:50 a.m. I think it takes them about 7 days to 10 days to get all the funds, get their share, give others share, and then it takes about 10 days for us to see it. But I think they charge it sometime between then, anywhere from 7 to 10 days after the campaign is over. But I don't know the exact date, again, because they're the ones who's charging it. So if you can expect it sometime that time, I think it'll be good. So thank you for that. Let's see. Going down the list. Mark, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Think we'll hit the 700K goal? Absolutely, my friend. Nothing is impossible in this world. We'll make it happen. We still have a week to go. Some time ago, we did have several 100K weeks. So I'm optimistic. We'll push hard. We'll go all in. We'll try to make it. Happen. Again, if everybody can help to with referring, and don't forget to sign up for our referral program, by the way. But if everybody can help, and we'll also continue pushing it very hard as well, I think we can. I think we'll be able to make it happen. We'll make it happen together. Anything is possible in the world, my friend. Anything is possible. Going down the list. Kenny. Question, John. When will we be able to buy a t-shirt or hoodie? Thank you so much for the question. Still debating as to whether I should make it available for sales or not. It was actually not made to be sold. I take this back. I didn't mean to sell it. I made it so that we can give them away with some fun. But we'll look into it. I do get a lot of questions about if we're going to be selling these or not. We'll see. Still thinking. But for now, we want to hold our contest and give them away, and then we'll think about it. So thank you so much for the question. Great question. Thank you for that. Going down the list, I think I'm almost at the end. I just see a little icon that says more questions or more comments, but let's see. Going down the list, and I think I'm almost to the end. And I think I just hit the end. I did go through all the questions. Yes. Very happy. These were fantastic questions. I really loved it. And thank you so much for bringing that up. I appreciate it. And Prince Malcolm, I love your fires. We're on fire. Yes, absolutely. Nothing is impossible with iiRcade. I completely agree, my friend. Nothing is impossible. Anything and everything is possible. And I think we've made a lot of difficult stuff possible. And going forward, we're going to be making a lot more of awesome things possible. So we'll continue to do that. Oh, you know what? Oh my God. Something that I've been preparing very, very hard for today. I forgot to show you. Oh my God, this is how forgetful I am. Did anybody leave? You guys have to see this. Let me go back to my device and show you. And then I'll come back. 1 second, please. All right. I hope everybody's still on because this is really, really cool. You guys can hear me still, right? If you can confirm the audio for me. All right. This is really cool. Just to let you know that this is still an alpha stage. Alpha stage, not from development perspective, but I just got this installed right before this beginning of this session. About like 5 minutes ago, I got this done. So if right, if and of course, everything about on this device right now is something that I just made happen about 5 minutes ago. I took everything apart and then I brought everything back. So if there's going to be some alpha elements, which I'm going to be tweaking over the weekend to make it better. But you guys ready? All right, let's do this. Let's try launching Riptide. You guys seen this? You guys remember this game, right? All right, ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Actually, give me 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Guys, see that? HDMI out functionality, my friends. It's working. Left is my TV that's connected to iiRcade, and it's working very, very well. There's some elements that I need to tweak from installation perspective, but overall, it's working well, and got me really excited. And it's one of the things that I wanted to show you today, and I completely forgot. And this is one of the reasons why I was late today, and I completely forgot. So yes, we made it happen. Let me show you again. There you go. iiRcade with HDMI out functionality, social viewing. So when you're playing your game on iiRcade, your friends can be watching it from this TV. You can also connect it to your PC to record your thing, and you can share anything that you want. HDMI out is now fully working, and as you can see, it's playing simultaneously. At the same time, real time, and everything is working extremely well. Look at those graphics detail, right? I don't know if you guys can see what I'm seeing. The details are amazing. And if you look at from timing perspective, they're exactly in sync. And these are some of the technical achievements that we were able to make this happen. Again, dual simultaneous display happening perfectly simultaneously and with highest resolutions. So it's working, guys. I want to show you this today. I hope this is exciting. It got me really, really excited. This is actually, believe it or not, my first time seeing it. And I am seeing this together with you because I just got it installed. I had no time to get it done, but I want to show you this today. So there it is, guys. There I am. Going to show you before starting of or end of the week or starting of the weekend. Next week is our last week on Kickstarter. And next week we're going to be having a lot more fun as well. Stay tuned for that. Let me just check and make sure there are any more questions that came up, and then if there's not, we'll end it for the day. Let's see. Derek, can you turn off the built-in display while using HDMI and still have the controls working? Quite honestly, I'm not sure why you want to play it that way. When you're in front of the display, you'll be looking at your display. Otherwise, you'll be playing like this. And that's very difficult to play. So from use case perspective, I think it's better to have the display turned on. I think what's important here is that, again, let's say you set up your game room, right? You have an amazing game room full of iiRcades. And let's say this is connected to a huge screen TV in the middle of your room, right, in the wall. And you have a party, and you have about 20 people came to your party and playing this together. And they can be watching your gameplay while sitting on the couch on the TV. while you're playing with your friends right on your device. I think we sort of call it social sharing, social viewing. And like this is going to be, I think, a really cool feature to have, especially that will really brighten up your game rooms, which I think is really, really awesome. And the other use cases, of course, you can always connect it to TV. I'm sorry, TV, your computer, and you can record your playing and social sharing there as well. And there's so many different use cases that we can do, I think. And I think that's really, really cool. And by the way, this feature would have never happened if it wasn't for our family, because we made it happen because of our family members and the request that came from our family members. So thank you so much for that. I'm so glad that you guys let us know so that we can get this implemented, because now, especially when I'm seeing this live, I'm looking at the TV right now, it's extremely, extremely cool. I'm so glad that we made this happen. And it would have not happened if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much again for that. This is one great example where we made this happen together. So let's continue making our dream happen together. It's going to be very, very exciting. All right, I think that was the last question I'm seeing. Just let me have a quick look. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate it. I really enjoyed it. Today, I think I went really long. 3 minutes and 30 seconds before I hit the 100-minute mark. So before I hit that 100-minute mark, I'll go ahead and end it for the day. Thank you so much again for joining, everybody. I really appreciate it. I look forward to our next session and seeing you again on Tuesday. We're going to be having a lot of fun again on Tuesday. So I look forward to seeing you then. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you on Tuesday. Thank you. Have a great weekend.